Hi friends, welcome to Candid Homemaking. Wish you all a very happy new year. And as a token of all the love and the appreciation that you have given me, there is a gift for you all. So stay tuned until the end of this video so that we can get to it. With the new start, a new beginning, we are all extremely motivated and excited to set some new goals and make some lifestyle changes and so on, right? So with the whole aspect of healthy lifestyle for working women, let's try to break it down into three smaller areas or chunks so that we can make some meaningful changes and accomplishments in all these areas. So let's get started. So as a busy working mom, I know how easy it is to reach out to restaurant takeouts and other convenient meals, as ordering online has become so easy, right? And it's very tempting. But we all know that sticking to home cooked foods is the best, for the most part, if we can, to track our weight, to get back into shape and generally be healthy. So how do we do that when our lives are so busy and hectic? So that's where meal plan comes in, right? Meal planning, this is our meal plan for the upcoming week. It hardly takes about 10 to 15 minutes of time when you do it right. And when you're in the right mindset, it is the best option to do this so that we can cover all the meals that we want to include, high protein meals and the ingredients with superfoods and things like that. When we plan our meals, we can incorporate all that rather than buying this and putting it in our pantry and forgetting about it. So once we do that, grocery shopping becomes so easy because we're going to buy ingredients, only the ones that we actually need. That means it is going to be budget friendly and reduces food wastage. So the benefits are huge. And after this is when we start prepping our meals. Meal prepping for me takes about an hour and a half or so, depending upon different weeks. So I try to prep for semi-cooked meals and fully cooked meals. Fully cooked meals for the days when my days are very busy, like when I have to go in person to the office. So those days, it is very useful when I have completely cooked meals in the refrigerator. Just take and go. So it depends upon different families and their schedules what works. And with meal prepping, some of the tools that make it extremely easy are like these cabbage peelers and julienne peelers that makes the meals extremely interesting because of the texture that it creates. And another thing that makes meals interesting, keeping it healthy, are the pickled onions that I usually make at home, because adding these to salads or just as a side for any meals that you are planning for the day makes it extremely delicious. The feeling that we have when you see all these beautifully cooked and prepped meals in the refrigerator, that feeling is inexplicable. Looking forward to munch on something savory or sweet is very normal in between our busy schedules. Here is a quick chia seed cracker recipe for you all to try. So that's half cup of chia seeds and half cup of water. Just mix the water and chia seeds and let it sit for 15 minutes. 1/4 cup of almond flour and some salt and some tulsi leaves. Add the chia seed water mixture, which is thickened. Now mix it all well. Flatten the dough and roll it out, and then cut rectangles or squares or whatever shapes you want to make out of it. Add some seasoning on top of it. I'm using some jalapeno peppers and chili flakes. And then bake it in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure it is slightly brown and toasted. And then pack it in an airtight container and enjoy whenever you want to. Next, we all know that hydration is key. But the question is, how far do we actually follow it, right? We all have these big bottles which have markings with the liters of water. At the end of it, like I also had it, but at the end of it, I don't know how many times I refilled it. So what has been working for me so far is like I have my cup, which is filled, and then I do have to fill it at least 3 times, which makes it about 3 liters of water. But I'm tracking my diet in the Healthify food app. So there is like 12 glasses of water that I should be drinking. So I don't check it off after each glass of water. Rather, I fill it, and once I complete it, I check 4 glasses of water in it. And then 3 times I have to do it. So that's how I have been tracking. It is that intentional change that we all have to make, intentional decision that we have to make to make sure that we are not dehydrated. So yeah, I hope you have some sort of habit or a reminder that you can set on your phone to get that for you. So let's keep going. Okay, so like most of us, my job also requires me to stay in one place for long periods of time, especially when there are back to back meetings. It's not practically possible to follow the advice of walking around every 20 minutes or so. So, what has been working so far is getting my steps tracked on my watch, which is getting that 10K by the end of the day. So, I take a slight sneak peek during lunchtime, and if I'm seeing around 5K, I can make sure that I'm on the right track. So keeps me motivated that way. That's a way of ensuring that we are moving our bodies, right? And now getting into exercise routine.
So, finding a workout that one really loves would ensure that we will have that incorporated in our daily routine, right? So, for me, it is dance. I love dance. I love to look at some of the choreographies online and dance to it. It's fun and enjoyable, and I can do it all the time. But with regards to strength training, that is something that I wanted to include from this year. So, I enrolled in Better Me, and I do the workouts that they suggest for me on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, so it's very important that we schedule it in between our day-to-day activities. I'm adding this to my task list to ensure that it's getting done. Hopefully I can continue this throughout the year. Mental health, as we are all aware, is just as important as physical health. And I am recently enjoying taking a few minutes every day to do some journaling. And I used to write diaries in the past and somehow left it in the recent years. So there is no strict rules that I follow here. It is actually a place for me to do a brain dump of my ongoing thoughts, and having a place for this outside of my brain really seems to help. It can help reduce stress and improve focus. I'm also using it to track my habits. So whether it's steps or exercise that I want to track, it has been helping me, and it's a great place for me to look back and see the trend that we have, right? Then there are days where we have so much on our to-do list on what we need to accommodate. When there is an additional request or invite that comes our way, we just need to remind ourselves that it is okay sometimes to say no when necessary and reprioritize.
So I recently created an ebook with 7 tips on boosting the nutrition of Indian dishes. That's what I wanted to give it out for free for all the subscribers to Candid Homemaking. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. There is a link in the description for this video where you can click and get that free download. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know in the comments below if you liked it and if you found it useful, or connect with me on candidhomemaking@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this a like and share it with your friends who are motivated to stay healthy. So, Happy New Year once again. Take care. Bye.